It was August 31st, 1886 in Charleston, South Carolina. It was extra hot that day as they were experiencing a heat wave so bad offices were closed and most just stayed inside.
It was a peaceful night until about 9:50 p.m. when suddenly the ones asleep were woken by a deep rumble and a violent shake. People ran into the streets to see what was happening. They stood in shock as buildings that used to stand tall in their town now laid at their feet. They pondered how an earthquake that lasted less than a minute could do so much destruction to their homes and community.
When reports came in, they were flabbergasted to hear that the earthquake reached about a 6.9 to 7.3 on the Richter scale. They learned that the earthquake did not only affect them, but what seemed like the whole world. It affected locations as far as 1.9 million square miles away and was rumored to be felt in Boston, Chicago, and even Cuba. It caused damage to infrastructures in Ohio, Alabama, and Kentucky. It is said to be one of the largest earthquakes to ever hit the East Coast.
This massive earthquake left 60 dead, dropped 14,000 chimneys, and destroyed 2,000 buildings. All the damage reached the total of about $5.5 million, which would be equivalent to $112 million today.
Once the shock settled, people quickly went to work to repair their town. Others, as many as 25,000, were left homeless and tent-bound. Earth scientists went straight to asking questions and looking for answers of what could have caused such a disaster.
They found that the earthquake had occurred right on a fault. However, the fault was difficult for them to get a close look at, considering it was 2 miles deep in the ground and covered by sediment.
Over time, the scientists learned that South Carolina has regularly occurring earthquakes. They are most common at the coastline and happen as frequently as 10 to 15 times a year, but they usually fall below 3 on the Richter scale. More damaging earthquakes may occur every decade or so.
Since 1886, Charleston has tried to stay prepared for any future possible disasters. They added iron rods to their buildings, which were inserted through brick and wooden structures to make them more structurally sound. Since an earthquake may not be predictable, it is important to stay prepared as there is always a possibility one could strike again.